Okay, it's what is today? Tuesday, July. That says July 14th. I don't think that's correct. I think it's July 15th. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. 99 degrees. I'm on. I believe this will be my 5th or 6th order.
Take the exit.
I was wrong. Today's July 16th. July 16th. Yeah, I don't know if you heard it earlier. The latest change that DoorDash has made to the app is now the GPS. If it detects you braking hard, quote unquote braking hard, then it'll say hard brake detected. It's like, of all the things, I mean, this happens all the time with the DoorDash app. I mean, I could name off a bunch of stuff that seems like it'd be relatively simple to add, and it would be very helpful. You know, like keeping a running, showing a running total of your orders that you've done that day on the main screen. It'll give you the total after you're done dashing. But every time you complete an order,
brake detected.
hard brake. I don't know if you heard that. Hard brake detected. That was already stopped. I don't even know why I did that. GPS shouldn't even be running. But anyways, but yeah, keep it a running total. So you complete an order. It says 1 on the main screen. Complete another order, it says 2 or 2 orders or whatever. I mean, there's a ton of stuff I could, I've done this before. I'm just kind of brainstorming. It's all these little simple things that would be helpful. But no, instead of doing stuff like that, they want the app to tell you when you've braked hard, broke hard. I don't know how this. Why is that useful? Why is it useful for me to know when I've broke? I know when I've braked hard, Yeah, that's one thing about trying to run the camera this time of year is dealing with the air conditioner noise. I try to, when I edit these, I try to remove that as best I can. I don't know what that's called, but the people that go to school that learn how to edit videos and stuff. Obviously, I don't have those kind of expertise. And there's only so much I can do with the app that I use, the editing app that I use anyway.
Drive west. In 700 feet, turn.
So yeah, going back, just kind of wrap what I was saying up. There's all kinds of things that DoorDash, whoever maintains their app, I don't know where their facilities are. I don't know if it's even a central location, but whoever does that, they really suck. Yeah, I'm right away. Whatever brainstorming sessions they have as far as the improvements that they need to make, changes they need to make to the app, it's never correct. These ideas they have, it's never correct. And the time that I've been door dashing, they've made a ton of changes to the app, and none of them are helpful. Some of them a lot of them make the app worse. But yeah, I could sit here. I'm not going to do it, but I could sit here and list a ton of real simple ideas. Like I said earlier, there's the one where it has a counter on the main screen as you're door dashing that should tell you how many orders you've done. That would be great to have. Just a couple more. It already keeps a running total. That's good. But at any point while you're dashing, you should be able to go back and see, what all orders you've done, and how much you got paid for each one, the breakdown. You can't see that until you're done dashing. Keeping a running total of the time that you've spent actually on order. So, it should be a timer that starts as soon as you accept an order and ends as soon as you complete the order. And it should keep a total of that throughout the day, so you know how much time you've actually spent on orders. It'd be just interesting and good information to have. Your total miles. Since the GPS is always running, especially when you've got you're going to pick up orders and delivering them, it should be able to give you the total miles that you've driven in the process of completing an order. That would be a good information to have as well. And I could go on and on. It's real common sense stuff.
Heartbreak detected.
Did you hear that? It said heartbreak detected. I guess that was a hard break. Jesus loves you. Perhaps you were created for such a time as this. Huh. I like that. Maybe. It's like, man, because I have to fill up every single day. I don't have to, but I do. I use about a half tank of gas.
Heartbreak detected.
I use about a half a tank of gas every day. I wish I could turn that off. The GPS isn't even going. I don't know how you turn that off. Oh, okay. Heartbreak audio alerts. Okay. Yeah, you can turn that off. Good. I just turned it off. I mean, why? Why? Anyways, yeah, I gotta fill up every day. Yeah, I know. I get tired of bitching about it. Just can't help myself. I'll be so glad when I get past this phase of my life. Of course, it'll all be something. There's always going to be something. I'm just hoping the next thing is, it might be bad, but at least it, maybe it won't be as bad. Okay, I was sitting there thinking, kind of in a continuation of what I was just talking about as far as being 46 and door dashing. I've talked before about why I'm doing this. I can't remember if I ever posted any of that or not. I mean, I know one time I went through the whole process from pretty much the time that I got out of high school, what led me to this misery I'm in right now. I don't know if I'm going to do that, but if I have posted anything, and I'm sorry I'm repeating myself, but that's going to happen. But basically right now, there's been things that have happened in my life. A divorce for one, and just a bunch of other stuff that has led me, some bad decisions on my part, not thinking ahead. Or decisions that I thought were good and could have been good if things had just turned out a little bit differently. But, but all these different things have led me to the position I'm in now, where I'm door dashing. And shortly after I started door dashing, I shouldn't say shortly, I had been dashing for a few months, just kind of mulling this over and over again in my head. Being 46 and not really having a direction in my life. There's things I could do like security, which I don't want to do, and of course plenty of other stuff. But you know, I don't want it to be I didn't want to do just something to make money. You know, that was part of the mistake that I had made before. Gosh dang it. It's just getting a job, you know. You can't, what I learned is you can, you know, when you're first getting out of high school and, you know, you're trying to go through college and stuff like that, yeah, I mean, you're trying to make a living. So at that point, yeah, it's just about having a job, having income. You know, even with that though, you want to try to do something that applies, that you can put toward a career later, you know, something that looks good on a resume. But in the end, during that phase of your life, it's mainly just about having a job, you know. But you can't always do that. You know, that's not the right way to do things. You want to work your way. I think it's a girl. You want to work your way into a career. Just so you know, speed limit 60. I'm doing 62. She's not hauling butt, but she is speeding. You want to work your way into a career. Sorry, that's just what so that's where I'm at in my life. You know, it's like 46. I know what I'm supposed to do, so I don't want to just sit here and do, you know, make that mistake of just getting a job. In fact, when I lost my last job, that's kind of what I was doing, just getting a job, you know. So anyways, after a few months of door dashing and just kind of really mulling it over, it's like, well, you know, this is the thing I tell my kids all the time is you have to create a foundation first, and then you go from there. You build up from there. You know, that was my problem. I never created that foundation. I did some things that I thought, you know, would you know, like I said, you know, things that seemed like a good plan, and if things had worked out a little bit different, they would have been. But without going into detail, you know, I'm just gonna have to take my word for it. But you know, you have to create a foundation. So the foundation is getting a skill. You have to make yourself marketable. You know, either through college or trade school or something like that. You know, you have to give yourself something that you can sell. You know, and so I was like, well, that's something I've never really done. I need to go to college. I've looked into trade schools before. I have even gone to college for, never finished. I've looked into, you know, I had looked into University of Phoenix not too long before I started door dashing full time. Actually, a little bit after that, I guess. Online, you know, I'd gotten all the way to the point where I was going to start class, but I changed my mind. I'm glad I did. But then, you know, I was kind of coming back around to that. And so then, you know, I finally just kind of pulled that trigger and said, okay, I'm going to do this. You know, so that's what I'm set up for right now, is to start school. After, you know, the last time I went to school was 20 years ago or more. It's probably more than that. It was more than that. It's 22 years. That's the last time I did anything school related. Well, other than, you know, classes for like becoming a detention officer or, you know, security officer, that kind of stuff. I don't really count that. You know, actual academic studies. You know, so that's the plan right now. You know, and what I've told myself is, this is pretty late in life, but this might be my last chance to get it done. It is. I think it is my last chance, because you can imagine 46. You know, even just completing a 2-year degree, because I'm not going to be able to go to school full time. It's probably, even with the credit hours I already have accumulated, it's probably going to take me a good 3 years, 2.5, 3 years to get done. You know, so that puts me, you know, 49. You know, pretty close to 50. And that's if I stop at an associate's degree. So that's why I say this is my last chance. So again, that's where I'm pointed at right now. In the meantime, I'm door dashing to just try to have something. And you know, I was hoping to continue door dashing through school, because, you know, it allows me a lot of flexibility as far as going to school, and also
Turn right onto Elk Lake Trail.
Visitation of my youngest son, who my ex-wife has custody of him. We got joint custody, but he lives with her.
1904 Elk Lake Trail, Justin, Texas, 76247. USA will be on the right.
You know, it gives me a lot of freedom for that, as far as that goes. So it'd been great if I could have continued to DoorDash, you know, but it's just got
1904 Elk Lake Trail, Justin, Texas, 76247. USA is on the right.
I'll have to finish in a
The
second.
customer requested you leave the order.
Anyways, yeah, on that note, real quick, as I was driving up, that's another thing. I was talking about this earlier. Changes. There's no sense in it sitting there telling you, saying the entire address as you're pulling up to the location. What it should just do is say, you have arrived. That's it. And then you look down just to make sure you're at the right house. It doesn't need to call out the entire freaking address. And then, the whole, leave it the customer's instruction, you don't need that either. It says it on the app. Just read it. Or it should be something that you could turn off or on, like I've said before. Maybe you want the whole address called out to you. In that case, you should be able to check a box or something, and it does. Same thing with the special instructions. And maybe that might be something you can turn on or off. I've never really looked. But I don't think so. Anyways, get back to what I was saying. Just try to wrap that up. So, so I'm door dashing in the meantime. I wanted to continue doing it through college, but the DoorDash pay has just gotten worse and worse. The app has gotten worse and worse. They started this construction, so right now the traffic isn't that bad, but the traffic had, been, it's off and on, obviously, but more often than not, the traffic is heavy, which wasn't the case when I first started dashing. And in that respect, it's not so much that, this next thing I'm going to say, it's not so much that it's worse, it's just become more and more apparent the more I dash, and that is how bad people are. How inconsiderate, and disrespectful, and impolite, and so used to it. See, people are just so used to it. The thing that crosses my mind all the time with that is like maybe this is a stereotype that's not correct, but these places like New York City and some of the other places like that where people are just kind of rude. It's just kind of expected. That's just how people are. I imagine that that's the way it is here now. Okay, yeah, probably 20 seconds after I paused or stopped the video, I got an order, and I was able to get a couple of bites, but I went ahead and got it. This is to Texan Drive, which I'm pretty sure is going to be the high school campus. It says, leave at my door, park out front, I will be there to pick it up. Make any sense?
Drive south, then turn left.
Ah, man, these freaking kids. People in general, but kids, man. Of all the places that the number one place that I hate to deliver to is this freaking high school, and it's summertime. So, I don't know why I'm delivering over there, but there's more than one thing over there. That's one of the reasons I hate delivering there, because they never tell you. They didn't even tell me it's the high school. So you have a high school there. You have two stadiums. Sorry, three. There's two football stadiums and a baseball stadium. There is a large indoor rec center, the indoor pool and all that stuff. There's a middle school. There's an elementary school. There's a performing arts center. There's a gigantic indoor practice field. And they're doing all kinds of construction. And that's just what I can think of off the top of my head. But they don't tell you. They don't say, oh, I'm at the rec center or whatever. It's a gigantic campus. It's almost like a university campus, but it's a high school. But yeah, if I'd stand on that highway down to my left, 114, there's another way there's a couple ways to come in kind of from a back way. And it's almost looking like that's where this is trying to have me go. But, all I can do is do what the GPS tells me. If I try to second guess the GPS, a lot of times, in a situation where I was like, well, I should have followed the GPS. Right now, all I can do is cross my fingers and hope that this GPS is taking me to where the customer is actually at. Otherwise, I'm going to have to get on the phone, call them, you know, and try to freaking communicate with this person as to where they're actually at, which seems like it would be not that hard, but the fact that I have to do it at all, but a lot of times, yeah, it ends up being more of a pain in the butt than it sounds.
Continue for 1 mile.
Right over there to the left, that's new. I didn't even know that was there. I don't even know what that is. That used to be somebody's house, I think. Man, they're just building. Never stops. Oh, I just realized they demolished the daggone middle school. God dang it. I wasn't paying attention. I just ran over the speed bumps. They completely demolished the middle school. The middle school's probably been there 30 years or more. All that's left is the gymnasium. That's what they built. They built a new... Why? Why did they need a new middle school? The other one was perfectly fine.
Mile, 1950 Texan Drive, Justin, Texas, 76247.
It's just these elites, the rich people. They got to have the best and the newest of everything. And they use your tax dollars to freaking, or use my tax dollars and the people's tax dollars to get it. Yeah, if I'd stayed on 114, it would have taken me right up here. Why did the freaking GPS take me this way? This is so stupid.
1950 Texan Drive, Justin, Texas, 762476774. United States is on the left. The customer requested you leave the order at their door. Additional instructions are provided in the Dasher app.
I don't think this is right. This is like the bus barn. Let's see here. Leave, park out front. I'll be there to pick it up. It's going to be the customer coming over to the right. Oh, that might be why it took me this way. I'm looking over there. There's a barricade. It says road closed to through traffic. Because I was going to say this way in front of me. Normally you can come from the opposite direction, of course, off of 114. But if it's closed, then obviously you can't. So I guess that's why it took me that way. But you can. If there's a detour over here, then it still seems like this would be closer. But yeah, I mean, back there, why not put, I'm at the bus barn, or I'm at the transportation center at the Northwest High School campus. Even if the GPS takes me right there, you know, I mean, that goes for a lot of these places, businesses in general. You know, I'm saying that because I know what's going on with these people, especially kids. They think, why do I need to say all that stuff? The GPS will take you here. You know, that way I don't have to sit there and type a bunch of stuff. I don't know why I even freaking bring it up, complain about it, because nothing's ever going to change. It just drives you nuts. Yeah, it was ready. This guy gave me a different address than what's in the app. Let me see, if they're close, if they're close to each other, then I'll do it. But I'm going to text the customer and say I'm not supposed to be delivering to any other address than what's listed. Yeah, I think it's going to be close.
Drive east, then in 200 feet, turn right.
Sorry, I'm just double checking. One says Fort Worth, one says Justin. How does this Fort Worth? Okay. I want to confirm you want the food delivered to 756 Loomis Trail. Also, I'm not supposed to be delivering to any other address than what's listed. Of course, knowing DoorDash, they'd be like, well, you know, they don't care. This is another one of those, they just don't care. But, you know, what they should say when you come back, say I contacted them, which, you know, I'd be wasting time on the phone. But say I contacted DoorDash. Say, yeah, this customer in their special instructions, they want me to deliver to a different address than what's listed.
In 100 feet, turn right onto Texas 114
and then
West.
They should say, okay, what's the address they want you to deliver to?
114 West.
And I would say, you know, whatever it was. And they say, okay, let's look that up. They look it up, say that it's, you know, it's not far, you know, it's less than half a mile. And they could say, well, okay, you know, the pay would be the same, you know, do you want to do it? And I would say yes. If I said no, then they say, okay, well, we'll have to unassign this, but, you know, there's, you know, you're only going to get half pay for it. Or, you know, if it was this case where the address is, you know, much further, of course, I wouldn't do it. If the address is much further, I wouldn't call or nothing. I'd tell the customer, hey, you know, the address you want me to deliver to is much farther than what's listed. The pay that gets offered to me to do the order is based on the address. You know, you want me to deliver to an address that's much farther, so I'm not going to get paid for that extra distance. So I can't do this. And then I would call into DoorDash and tell them the same thing and try to get half pay on it. Of course, it's a lot of wasted time. By the way, the customer can very easily go in and update. When they go to do the order, just update the delivery address. And I guess that's why, you know, I question this stuff. It's like they should know that. You know, if you're going in, you know, the time it takes you to type in the special instructions, this other address, why not just go and just change for that order? Change where you want it to deliver to. Say you're over at a friend's house, you know, that's up the street, and you want it delivered to the friend's house. Whatever the reason is, you know, why not just do that? So that makes you question. You know, that makes me think, that makes me suspicious. And just because I can't think of what the con is here, you know, doesn't mean there isn't one going on. And maybe there isn't. But that's why I kind of like, I don't know if I want to do this. Because I don't want somebody getting one over on me. It's happened before with other things. Customer hasn't gotten back with me. I'm going to deliver it to where they said to in the special instructions. Just be done with it. But that was another reason why I texted. That way, if there's a problem, the DoorDash people can see in the text. Because they don't normally do very good investigation, but they can see right there. You know, I was verifying with the customer that they wanted the delivery to go to this other place. Wow, traffic's back up. It's this during the school year. It's normally like this at this time of day, but I haven't seen it like this in a while. There must be something going on up there. Yep, there's a freaking wreck. God dang it. I don't know which lane is blocked. It's probably this one. I saw the emergency lights. I think it's this lane. Now that I think about it, it didn't even dawn on me. When I plugged this into the GPS, it was quoting an 18-minute trip time. I don't know why that didn't dawn on me. This shouldn't be 18 minutes. Maybe 12 minutes at most. Oh, man. Here comes another emergency vehicle. I just heard it. I don't know where it was at. Make sure it wasn't behind me. Might have been going to another wreck somewhere. Oh, right there. It's an ambulance right there. Here comes another one. Not an ambulance, but another car forward. This must not have happened too long ago. I think I hear another one. I hear another one. Another emergency vehicle somewhere. I don't see it yet, but it's going to have to be coming from behind me. This guy's trying to get over. Here he comes. Everybody got to get out of the way, people. Stop. Get out of the way. I couldn't go anywhere. All I could do was hang back so this car could get over. Jeez, man. There's a pickup truck over here off to the left. These guys hazards on. I don't know if that's just a witness or part of it. I already saw the emergency vehicles on the right side. I'm seeing some. There's more than one pickup truck. There's two over here on the left side with their hazards on. Turn it a little bit. Got somebody on the. Whoa. I thought they had somebody on the ground. You don't have that much time to look. Looks like it was two cars that were actually involved in the wreck. The other vehicles were the pickup trucks and stuff on the left. I think they were just witnesses. Remember, I'm going to a house that wasn't even listed in the damn the address for the customer. They never did get back with me. Y'all better not meet me at the door bitching that about me saying I'm not supposed to. I tell them, hey, I'm not supposed to. I shouldn't have delivered this. I'll tell them I shouldn't have delivered this. The thing, what the scam could be is you deliver it to some other address than what's listed, and then they can tell DoorDash they never got the order. That way you can get it for free. But that doesn't really make sense because it's in the damn their note is in the special instructions to deliver to this other place. So even if that was the case, they've given themselves away. But like I said, I texted the customer at the beginning, basically just reiterating the point that they want me to deliver somewhere other than what it says. All right, so yeah, it's going to be over on the left side, obviously, this time around. Not quite there yet. Turn the camera a little bit. Yeah, stupid customer. I ain't going back, bro. Go get your food. Go get your food. You're the one who told me to deliver there. Oh, damn. Did they move already? You can't pretend like you didn't see my text all this time. Wait till I've left. Yeah, okay, there it is right over there. So there's that white car over there that got the worst of it. These pickup trucks, you see with their hazards, I think those are just witnesses. And then the red car. So the red car smashed in the rear end of the white car. We're going 50 miles an hour to 60 right now. Yeah, it's just this customer calling me over and over again. I'm not going back, obviously. I'm not going to sit in that traffic. I delivered it to where they told me to. They had plenty of time to get back with me. If they try to call it into DoorDash, they'll see. If I get a contract violation on a Wingstop order, I'm going to say, you can clearly see the customer requested that the order be delivered to, a separate address. Hold on a second. Hello? Is this Derek? Derek, I delivered it to 756 Loomis Trail. I tried texting you, never got back with me. That's the address I delivered it to. I even tried texting you, and you never. No, 756 Loomis Trail is the one I delivered to. You can go pick it up. 756 Loomis Trail is the one you told me to deliver to. 756 Loomis Trail. Look at it. It says 756 Loomis Trail is the one I delivered to. 756 Loomis Trail. No, yeah, nice try. Nice try. It's in the text. It's in the text. It's in the text. 756 Loomis Trail is the one you told me to deliver to. Nice try, bro. Nice try. No, I delivered it to the one you told me to deliver to. It's in the text. It's in the text. I even texted you. 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 You had all this time to get back with me. You had all this time to get back with me. You had all this time to get back with me. You had all this time to get back with me. You had all this time to get back with me. You had all this time to get back with me. 756 Loomis Trail is the one you told me to deliver to. That's where I delivered to. 756 Loomis Trail is the one you told me to deliver to. 756 Loomis Trail is the one you told me to deliver to. 756 Loomis Trail is the one you told me to deliver to. Nice try. That's a nice scam you trying, brah. That's a nice scam you're trying. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work because I tried texting you. You never got back with me. I even tried asking you, hey, are you sure this is where you want to deliver to? And you said yes. You never responded to me, so that's a yes. So 756 Limits Trails, where it went to, you had all this time to get back with me and you didn't do it. You don't even want to listen to me talk right now because you've been talking over me the whole time. I gotta call in on this because this guy just threatened to kick my ass and all that stuff. So I gotta call in on this real quick. I just completed an order. It was a Wingstop order to a customer named Derek T. I believe that was his name, and it was Derek. But when I picked up the order, I saw in the special instructions that they wanted me to deliver to an address that was different than what their address listed was. I went ahead and looked it up, and it was just, it was in the same neighborhood. So I figured, okay, I'll go ahead and do it. But I texted the customer just to make sure. And while I was driving there, I was in a backup. So there was plenty of time for the customer to get back with me, and they never did. So I went ahead and delivered to the address the customer listed in the special instructions. After about, I don't know, 5 minutes or so after I left there, the customer called, and I answered the phone and told them that I delivered to the address that they listed in the special instructions. Anyways, the guy got real mad because I kept trying to tell him he wasn't listening. He was talking over me. He got real mad, and he threatened to kick my ass, so he's threatening me. So I thought I'd call in and let y'all know what's going on with this guy. It's Derek T. It's a Wingstop order. You might look at the special instructions to verify what I'm saying. Right. That's where I delivered to, because that's where he asked me to deliver it to. But now he's saying, it's wrong address, and he's going to kick my ass and all that stuff. So I don't know if you need to make a note or what. That's why I'm calling in. Okay, I just want to verify. You say it won't be impacted, right? You said it will not be impacted? Oh, very good. Okay, thank you so much, and I appreciate your help. Bye-bye. Every damn day at DoorDash, man. Or at least a couple times a week, I got to run into crap like this. Yeah, so the guy calls, because, he'd call, 3 or 4 times, like in a row, and he'd text me like twice. He wanted me to go to get the order. So as soon as I got on the phone, it says, "The Derek T," and I started talking. I said, "Derek T," I was trying to say, I delivered to the 756. As soon as I start talking, he starts talking over me. And so he wouldn't even let me say anything. So I thought, okay, I'm just going to keep talking. You're going to talk over me, I'm going to talk over you. But that's why I kept repeating it. I just kept repeating. That's the address. I told him I texted you. I texted you. I told you that's where I was going. You never responded. I texted you, never responded. I kept saying it. He kept trying to say no, wrong address. It's like, if that's not where you wanted me to go, why did you put it in special instructions? And why didn't you respond to me? Maybe he had that. You could say, well, maybe he had that in special instructions at some point, and he forgot to change it, which still isn't an excuse. But that's why I texted him to verify, and he never responded.
Turn left onto Double Eagle Boulevard.
But, the guy was talking over me the whole time. That's why I kept repeating myself, and it sounded all crazy. It's because he wouldn't shut up. And I told him, yeah, nice try. I don't know if it was a scam or not. But since he wasn't letting me talk, that's the only conclusion I can come to.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto Hayes Ridge Drive.
So somebody else got his food. Sorry, should have got back with me. But I think it was a scam. I don't know how he thought that was going to work. I think exactly what I had said originally. I think what happened is he was going to have me deliver to this other address. He's going to text me or call me or whatever and say, for me to bring it to the right house. Knowing damn good and well I was going to say, no, I'm not going to do that. Then he could call in and say he didn't get his order. He gets free. Probably no matter what address I delivered to, he was going to do that. So if I went to the one that was listed, he would have said, well, I told you to deliver this other one. That's the scam. The 756 Loomis Trail was probably just some random address that just threw in there.
2972 Hayes Ridge Drive, Fort Worth, Texas, 76177. USA is on the right.
He was trying to get free food.
The customer requested you leave the order at their door.
That's what I've talked about this all the time with this DoorDash and stuff. I mean, why is it like this? Why is it like this? It shouldn't be like this. That I have to deal with anything like this. This is crazy. It's insane. I know people like over here at Chick-fil-A. My son works there. You get people come in saying and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. But all this is food delivery. I'm taking food, picking up and bringing it to your house or business or whatever. I mean, come on. You're paying for it, but I'm bringing you your food. You're not going anywhere. And yet you still got to deal with crap.
Drive northeast.
Just picked up an order from Twin Peaks. Sorry, I was trying to see where I was supposed to go. Yeah, this place is disgusting. Oh, okay, let me just correct myself right off the bat, because I do this every time. If it's all adults in there, that's fine. And it really should be adults only. It should be, 17 plus, 18 plus. But it's not. It's considered a family dining restaurant. So people come in there with their kids all the time. Kids are kids, but they come in there with little kids, little toddlers. And I don't know if I said this already, it's not bikini night. But you think, well, that's no different than going to a pool or something. Yeah, that's true. But every single girl's it's a two-piece. The top is just barely covering the top, and the bottom is just barely covering the bottom. So if I took my kids to, say, the lake or something, or to a pool, and that's what all the girls were wearing, we would not be staying. So, all this should be pretty damn obvious. Sorry, I just ended my dash and I was reading something that popped up on the Dasher app. Okay, well that's it. Like I said, I just ended my dash. I probably could circle around back here and go get out, but I'm just going to go back to where I came. Ended at 17 orders, $117. I've only been going 7.5 hours. I thought it was less than that. Yeah, damn. So that's not very good. Well, right now it's just a little over 7 hours. If I kept going to the full, my dash ends at 7:30. It's 7:17 right now. My dash was going to end anyways at 7:30, but I could always reschedule and go longer. So if I'd gone another hour, I probably would have made at least another 10, 15 bucks. So that would have put me at around 130 probably. That's still not very good for 8 hours. But anyways, yeah, I mean, another crap day, crap money, you know, freaking dealing with stupid freaking people, you know, disrespectful people, whatever. We'll see tomorrow if I got a contract violation or if my account's been banned. If my account's been banned, I'll probably try to call in and say, hey, why is my account been banned? You know, this is BS. Contract violation, I will definitely appeal. But the guy I talked to earlier about that customer, you know, I'm talking about the Wingstop, Derek, you know, the customer that was saying that I delivered the wrong house. Just in case you don't know. That the Dasher support rep was saying that any negative feedback on that order would not count against me. So if the customer gives me like a 1-star review or, you know, whatever, it won't count against me. So we'll see. Just so you know, to kind of give you more context, I kind of alluded to this earlier. I think I actually said it. I have been scammed before. Not me personally, but, you know, I delivered to a customer that was running a scam. I don't want to get into the details because it just takes forever to explain. But so it's not like it's never happened. It's happened, and that's one I know for 100% sure. Twice, the same customer twice. You know, it was the second time that I knew for sure it was a scam. You know, that's just the ones I know for sure. Who knows how many that I've delivered to? You know, that came back and, you know, said something just to get a free meal or whatever. I've had other contract violations as far as delivering to the wrong address, and I've had my suspicions because I'm sitting there thinking, how the hell did I deliver to the wrong address? Because I'm very meticulous about checking the house numbers and stuff, but, you know, obviously I can make mistakes just like anybody else. But yeah, I have had other ones where, you know, I've wondered, you know, if somebody didn't run a scam. They said, oh, they didn't get their order so they could get a free meal. Or at least credit for a free meal. So again, that's why I'm kind of on edge about that. And I was already on edge about that one because I was afraid something would happen, and I ended up being right.